first, welcome to the website. What we're going to be talking about today is the phenomenon known as tapping. The first question, what is tapping? What is tapping? I guess we'll all find out soon enough, won't we? Tapping is very easy actually, it's a very simple technique designed for stress relief, trauma relief. It works with the body and the mind, it works with energy systems from Chinese medicine. Tapping is a way of dealing with the way that the body stores emotions. Everybody says it's all up in your head, but it's not really, is it? You feel it in your body. Heartache, anxiety, butterflies in the tummy. We need a physical and mental approach combined synergetically. Well, okay, so yesterday I read an article about Robin Williams. It's kind of sad because he's a nice guy, you know, he's funny. Yeah, he can't be sad if he's funny, can you? It's too much, but then I guess we only see the parts of him being funny. We never get to see the other parts. We never get to see the parts of him when he's being sad, because we don't like to do that, do we? We like to keep the parts of us that are funny and appealing and attractive to other people and put them on display. But the parts where we're really sad, we just... You don't want to show them to people because you're afraid that if you show these bad parts to people, other people will go, oh, don't want to hang around him. It's a bit depressing. No way. So you never get to see that part. That's why we always try to hide it. And Facebook just magnifies this kind of idea of I've got to always post out my best self. I'll give people the best version of me, and then they might believe that I'm good enough. For what? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But maybe good enough to be accepted, and maybe if they can accept me, then maybe I'll find some kind of level of acceptance within myself. This is garbage. Doesn't often work, does it? A lot of the times you can find that somebody's like, you've got all the talent in the world, you're beautiful, amazing, great person, but then inside you just feel like you don't know who I am when you're not here. I don't want to show that part to you because I'm ashamed of this part that is having difficulties. Yeah, also rubbish. Because I don't want to depress you as well. I want you to feel good when you're around me. But in the end it stops people from being real. You know, it stops people from actually processing emotions and dealing with them, and instead we just tend to push them down. It seems to be this endless, bottomless place where you just keep packing these things in, bottle them up and keep them repressed. So when I read this article with him, I was feeling almost like a knot in the stomach. I don't know if I want to make these videos because I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'm the right guy who has all the answers. How can I trust him? He's just some guy in front of a map. A big map, no? It is a big map. It just made me think a little bit. It doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't matter if I'm just a guy, because if you can make somebody's life better, then it's probably worth it. If I like it, other people might like it, which is great. I know what you're thinking here then. What has this got to do with tapping? Glad you asked. What we really want to know here is how can it benefit me? Tapping benefited me personally. I've been doing it for quite a long time. Around about 4 or 5 years in total. Really helps me turn a lot of things around. Hopefully I can help you to turn some of those things around. You ever notice when somebody's nervous and they'll start playing with their fingers like this, getting a bit fidgety? If they're stressed, maybe they will start rubbing their temples or the bridge of their nose. The body has these inbuilt energy systems. This is a type of energy release. Hitting the acupressure points connected to the parts of the body that deal with feeling the emotion. The physical sensation of these emotions. And a lot of times we want to get rid of this emotion, get rid of that emotion. It feels awful. But that doesn't really work, does it? Don't even bother. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Every time you try to get rid of it, every time you try to strain away from it, you you end up just kind of making it bigger. Alright, whatever. So, what is it we have to do? Tapping is one way that we can relieve ourselves of this huge emotional bottleneck. So if you just start tapping, we'll do a close-up of this, that's just for your conveniences. You can see there she is, just tapping on the thumb. The index finger is right there. Just tap on it gently, tap on it nice and easily. Then next onto the middle finger, and just keep tapping there like that. Very easy, see, we're all doing it. Next, ring finger, little finger, and then just go back up them again, back and forth, just like this. And you can do this even behind your back. Can't even see that I'm doing it, but I'm actually doing it right now. And what this does is it relaxes the body's nervous system, sends a message to this part of the brain, the amygdala. This is all science though, I don't really know, but it does seem to work, so I'm just going to go with it. And you think about the thoughts that are upsetting you. When you think about those thoughts, you can feel a physical sensation in the body. Feel some tightness in your chest, your shoulders start to hunch up like this. And you can get quite good at this actually. You can no longer push away these emotions, you can't really push them down. You're tapping on them on the same time. Just try noticing there is a part of you that is straining to get away. No, I want something different, I want to be in the future, I want to be away, I'm thinking of a better day. I just notice that part that is straining to escape or resisting to fight. Just see what happens if you just roll back into it. Sit back into it and open the hatch and let those feelings come in and come through. Just relax back into them. Relax back into that sensation. Good, well done. Just relax back into it. What's that feeling like? There's all that anxiety that is like what happens if you just... There it is. That's the feeling of anxiety. Welcome. Welcome. That's the feeling of anxiety, that's the feeling of fear, pain, anger. There it is, churning up inside of me. There it is, I can feel it just undulating, just moving around like some kind of energetic force, you know. There it is, that's it, that's anger. That's what anxiety feels like. That's what anger feels like. Just exist there for a moment. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. And if it's not relaxing back into it, it might be rolling forward with it instead of, what do I do? Where do I go? Which way do I turn? Not this, not this, not this. Okay, which way does it want to go? I'm just trying to go forward. Roll forward, roll forward, roll forward. Or relax back, sit back into it and let it do all its thing all around you. Sit back into it. And you can then expand your awareness well outside the body. If you close your eyes, like me, imagining that you are even bigger than the body, and here's this little energetic anger, frustration, sadness, grief, depression, anxiety, fear, terror, worry, panic, whatever. Here it is, existing. Wow, there it is. There it is. There it is. That's what it is. What happens when I sit back into that? And exist there? What happens when I explore that? And what's behind that? What's behind the curtain? What's behind the feeling? Where does it come from if I just trace it back down? Interesting. I'll exist here for a little moment. Just a moment. I'll exist here. This feels easier, doesn't it now? Easy. So easy. Well, doesn't this feel easier than what I was doing before? Maybe I'll try this more often. Yeah, great. Good. Nice. Oh, okay, we could do this all day. We're not going to do it all day because I'm hungry and I want to get a croissant, maybe a bit of Marmite peanut butter with some eggs. Believe it or not, hummus and chutney go quite well together, so Worcester sauce is always good. Continental breakfast, you're saying? That's for free, so... You still watching? Still watching there. Still watching there. And continue. That's what tapping is. And there's a lot of different ways and a lot of different forms that you can tap, and you can use your imagination as a kind of an interface between the operating system and your conscious thoughts, whatever. Get creative with it and start coming up with different visualizations and stuff like this. There's so many different ways around it, but the basic little technique is very simple. And you can do it at any time. There's tapping points in other parts of the body. We also have the eyebrow point right here, side of the eye. And just tap along, nice and easy. Under the eye, you can massage it as well. Under the nose, on the chin, collarbone, all the way around, back and forth. Yeah, just tap it all. Under the arm, even into the point. Wrist, top of the wrist too. All works. Karate chop, easy to remember actually, because it's like Bruce Lee. Yeah, lots of other points like around the ears, ankles, whatever, but that's not important. Just get the basics, and to be honest, just stick with this for a while. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, back and forth, just like this. See what happens. Just have a go on that. Anyway, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, but just have a go yourself. Anybody can do it, very easy. Tapping is good. You never know, if you do it enough, you might just solve all your problems in life forever. I promise you. Yeah, I'm serious. So, good luck. Cheers. Thanks. Keep tapping. Ta-ta.